Hey y'all, how is it going? We could talk about the consistency, or we ain't gotta talk about it. You know what I'm saying? What's understood ain't gotta be explained. You know. I'm just playing. Um, I just feel so good. I just feel so good. Um, Life is just a whole roller coaster. When I say it's better just to put everything in God's hands because you just never know what's going to happen the next second, the next hour, the next day. You just never know. So you got to stay ready with God so you ain't got to get ready. Okay? But without any further ado, we're going to go ahead and get into another story time about Rita Grace. Because why not? It's April, boo. Like, why not? Um, this, y'all, when I say I know I used to get on my mama nerves, child, I know I used to get on her nerves. So this is back when I first had my son. And like I always tell y'all, if you listen to it, like he was my baby daddy at the time, he my husband now. But this was back in the day, in the beginning stages of me and my husband. So let me set the stage for y'all, because y'all know I got to set the stage so you know what's going on. Boom. So we just had my first son, my fat daddy. We just had we just had him or whatever. So my husband was going to go get a tattoo, right? And of course, y'all, please don't judge me for this story, cause listen, okay, like don't do that, don't judge me, don't judge me, like, so he decided he was gonna go get a tattoo. So of course, me back in the day just wanted to be out, and I wanted to be in that man's skin so bad, y'all, so bad. So what do? I take me, I take our child, and we go into his tattoo session with him. Cause why not? Why not? Cause so while he's getting his tattoos or whatever, of course, the young girl in me get my name, and the young guy in him get my name. Now, y'all, I don't know about y'all, mama, but it's always been a thing. Don't you get no man name on your body. Don't you get no tattoos and you know what I'm saying? All that. So what do I sit there and I do? Listen to what my mama told me and instructed me not to do? Of course not. Boo. YOLO. YOLO. You only live once. And you ain't never little tattoo. Girl, wait. Like that my little tattoo is cute or whatever. So y'all, he get mine. And I end up getting my son's name on my chest and his name on my neck. See, that's the thing. I thought it was slick. Try to slick a can of oil. Who you think you fooling? Because I thought, you got to understand my mind, my process at the time. I thought that first and foremost, I knew that the thing had to heal. Like, I didn't know how long it was going to take, but I didn't need her to see it before it got healed. So when it did, you know what I'm saying? So when it did come up, it was kind of like because eventually I knew she was going to see it. But I needed it to be healed just in case whenever she saw it, it wasn't healed, she would smack me at the back of my neck where the tattoo is, and it hurt even more. Like, y'all, when I say when you young, when I say I got grace for all the young girls, and people be like, oh, I don't understand these young girls. Like, yes, you do. You was young once. I was young. Cut it out. Stop judging these babies. Stop judging these babies. And don't be judging me either about the story time, because God is watching. God is watching. Don't be judged. Don't be judged. What? Are you? Okay. Because quit acting like I don't like that whole holier than thou type thing that these older women be giving off. Cut it out. cut it out. Like, stop it. We all been young. Now, the mistakes may not look the same, but they were mistakes. Okay? Like, but anyway, like I said, I used to wear weave at the time. And I had it long. So I knew getting it at the back of my neck, anywhere else she was going to see, and baby, it was going to be World War III. And I ain't need them kind of problems. I ain't want them type of problems. I wasn't looking for that kind of problems. So I got it in the back of my neck or whatever. I learned how to take care of it or whatever. And this is what I did, y'all. So after we go get it or whatever, he take me back to my mama's house or whatever. And I showed her the one that I got of my son's name on my chest or whatever. So she was like, "You got his daddy name, didn't you?" I said, "No, I didn't." "No, what do I look? Excuse me? That way?" Y'all, when I sat there and that woman face like, "Why would you say that?" Like, whole time it's in the back of my neck. So I was trying to throw her off with going ahead and tell her, like, yeah, I got his name. I got my son's name on me. But, you know, I know, like, when? Who? When? I didn't get his daddy name. What I look like? Girl, fool, because you did? Like, what did you talking about? So, y'all, so a week go by or whatever, y'all, and I end up getting some kind of, like, bob in my hair. Like, you know, y'all know the asymmetrical bob or whatever, like, you know, real short in the back or whatever. So, y'all, so I am sitting. It's me and my mom in the living room. And again, she hadn't seen the tattoo. She had not seen the tattoo yet. So my two cousins end up stopping by. Kalua and my cousin Missy. Or whatever. They end up stopping by. Or whatever. Y'all. So how the apartment was, it's like, you know, we had a couch right there by the front door. I got my head tilted forward. So my cousins, they come in and they don't sit down. Y'all know how people be when you first walk into the door or whatever, black folk. We just be standing by the door saying, hey, our salutations and stuff. It's like, girl, come on and sit down. Like, you know, we got to stop by the door. We got to say hey and everything else. So, y'all, my cousins are standing by our front door. And then all of a sudden, my cousin Missy hollers out, Tasha, you got a tattoo? When you get a tattoo? I was thinking about getting a tattoo and I said, ooh. Y'all, when I say my heart dropped, because I'm sitting up here, I'm not like around my mama. I would think about it. I would think about like, okay, let me make sure I turn this way, turn that way, you know. Maybe sure I ain't take off my shirt nothing in front of her so she can't see the back. Y'all, when my cousin said that, I instantly snapped my neck like, oh, and she was like, oh, what? Y'all. So instantly, my mom is in the kitchen. She was like, what you got a tattoo of, Tasha? Y'all, I'm quick on my feet, because who you think you finna cut? No. Like, quick on my feet. I said, all I got back there is say Gemini. Y'all. When I say, my mama was like, you a Gemini lie. You got your baby daddy dad. She's like, I knew you had it. She was like, I knew you had it. I didn't know where it was. She was like, every time I was trying to see on your body where you had it. Y'all, in the back of my head, I don't, like, girl, oh my God. My cousin, she was like, oh, I am so sorry. I didn't know. Like, y'all, trying to be slick, trying to get me slick. Like, she wasn't mad or anything, because like she said, she already knew I did. She was like, I knew that you just didn't get your son's name and not get his name. And then I think I ended up telling her like, oh yeah, he got my name. And I kind of like, and she was like, and you didn't get his? Like, she knew, but still, like, girl, let me tell you when I want to, like, don't do that. Like, but y'all, when I say, like, when I think back of all the stuff that I, like, kind of I won't say put my mom through, but that we experienced together. Like patience, like at another level. And sometimes, like in life, you're not gonna have it. It's not gonna be there. Like some of this stuff is gonna catch you off guard, and you're gonna react how you gonna react. But I think the best thing, even for me as a mom, for my daughter, it's like I have the emotion, I go through the emotion, I'm gonna reflect and come back. If my reaction was too much, if I didn't think before I spoke, if it was just like too like that was like kind of heavy, I kind of projected a lot of other stuff that was mixed in with that, I'll come back and I'll apologize. And I know that's not, you know, what kind of like how I grew up a lot of being apologized to, but it's to a certain extent because these babies are human and they are going to make mistakes. I am 31 years old and I'm still making mistakes. So the last thing that you want to forget is put kids in a box or put anybody in a box. Like there's no room for growth. Like there's no room for grace. Like there's no room to make mistakes and for you to be understanding. Not saying that you agree, but understanding like it's not for me to crucify you. It's not for me to make you probably feel worse than what you do or whatever it is, or it's not for me to condemn you. It's just for me to allow me to understand, like, hey, maybe this is why you did this. This is probably why you did that. I don't think it was a good idea because this, that, and the third, or whatever. But again, we're forever changing things. You don't do everything right all the time. And if you go with the attitude that you do and people just got to accept what you give, even when you're not giving your best, that's a totally terrible, terrible way to go about life. People make mistakes. People don't do or say things. People are growing at different paces. All that stuff. And the reason why it's like in the Bible for you to have grace and everything else like that, because it's understood that you weren't going to be perfect from the beginning. Like God knew you won't be able to walk just a straight path, not do anything wrong, not to say anything wrong, not to think anything wrong. He knew you were. But he gives you grace, he gives you people around you that are God, who are following the path that he is following, that he has, laid to be able to correct you in love. And that's the biggest thing, is correction and love. Making sure that you're not having, you're not condemning somebody and then wondering why they're trying to walk around here and be picture perfect, or walking around here and avoiding contact with you or even others because they don't want to be judged. So it's just like, I know that story time wasn't like a judgment, but it's like in other instances it could have turned out like that, just judge, like being judged, and you just don't know how hard it is to come out of that if you're not in the best headspace. So just don't, like, if you could take anything, always lead with love. Have the understanding that you would want somebody to have for you. Have the understanding that God has for you. Because just now, even though us walking around here may not know your start to finish, he do. He do. God do. And do you want him telling your bit? Do you want him judging you? Because y'all can't sit up there and act like God just don't be. He do not be punishing us for what our sins deserve. Ain't he? Hey, ain't he good? Like, ain't he good? So you lead with love when you're dealing with a situation with someone that you feel like it's not right or whatever the case may be, but you lead with love. And if you can't lead with love, then don't you say that. You take it to God. If it's that heavy on your heart, don't go gossip about it. Don't go tell or don't make that person feel lower than what they already do. If you really care, take them to the Lord in prayer and believe that God can do all things for them. Okay? All right, y'all. That was it for my little story time or whatever. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Like I said, it's April and we are making April so much better. No matter how many times, y'all, the devil be busy when you make and you decree something in your life to be better and want it to be better. Oh my goodness. You have to be on guard that he is coming 10 times harder to take it away. Because when you choose to get out of that rat race of just unfulfillment and really step into the desires that God had placed in your heart and where he wants you to be, oh baby, he didn't have a peak of what, when you let that thing go and let it be what it's gonna be. He had a peek on how joyous your life gonna be without him sitting up there messing up your world, without him messing up a time, without him messing up an opportunity. Yeah, when I say, when you believe and receive what God has for you, do not get discouraged on the things that starts happening around you, because they're gonna happen. They're gonna happen. It's coming. It's coming. But you stay faithful. You stay true to who you are and who God has called you to be, and never ever leave him behind. Induct him into every decision, every thought, every relationship. Induct him into every ways of your life. All right. All right, y'all. I'll see y'all in my next video. Peace.